welcome back to another episode of Anncy Rantsy podcast. Today, how do I even get to this crazy story time? Tell me why. I'm at this club in West Hollywood, okay? This is an LGBTQ club. Let me tell you how LGBTQ LA is. And if you've never lived here, if you don't know, it's very pro LGBTQIA+. I'm part of the group asexual, y'all know. I just don't make that into my entire personality. If you ask, I'll let you know. But if not, it's fine. And if people don't like me being asexual, that's fine. If people celebrate it, great. If people are homophobic to me, okay, don't care, I move on. But I have faced, I know what actual homophobia is. It's happened to my friends in Dubai, at a school. The school that I went to was a brown school, and I grew up in a Muslim city. So, it really doesn't align with certain cultures and religion, and you have to just respect that, But in the States, I've lived here for 2 years, and it's insane to me if you're homophobic in the US. I'm going to literally punch you in the face. It's honestly shocking if you're in LA and you're homophobic to somebody. I think that's honestly demented. And I talked about this briefly on Insta and on TikTok, but I thought I should just share this on my podcast episode as well. So the way I face homophobia isn't as bad as my other peers. I do have a lot of LGBTQIA plus friends, and mine would be if I'm asexual, okay? And if I tell people I'm asexual, the number one question is oh, so you don't fuck, you don't have sex, do you have boyfriends? They ask me so many questions. And the minute I have a boyfriend, they go oh, she's a liar, she's just queer baiting, she is just trying to look important or trying to look like she's unique and different. I'm not one of those. I'm so sorry. I'm unique and different on my own. I don't have to have a unique sexuality to be considered unique and different. That's so dumb. But I noticed a pattern of how all my friends have super high sexual drives and I just do not. I don't. And I've been in relationships in school and college, in my adulthood. I've noticed a pattern. I just don't have any sex that period. I should just say any sex, but I've just had no sex drive at all, ever. I will say I was horny as shithole when I was on my my estrogen meds, the ones that the one that you take for endometriosis, because it's hormonal medicine. So for sure I get why. I was horny as shit, especially on my period. Oh my God, I wanted to hump everything. But normally, sober Anncy, she's off her period, I don't know, off alcohol, off any substance abuse. I'm normal, and I'm just if there's an award, $30 million for just not humping anything, I'm gonna fucking win. Y'all bitches would be broke as hell, I know it, okay? I've always been like this since I was a baby child, I want to say. I've never had a male crush, and they say that the first a good sign that you're asexual would be you've never had celebrity posters on your wall, you've never fapped to any of that, you don't find any male stars hot. I never found Justin Bieber hot back then. I find him hot now. I never fangirled over Shakespeare and One Direction everyone did, and I'm just what is the hype? It's just a man. What are you talking about? In fact, I actually found girls more attractive when I was young than boys. Stop, do not comment, because I'm gonna get the lesbian comments now, because a lot of people were commenting on my breakup video, Anncy, it sounds like you're just gay and you don't want to come out. No, I do not find girls sexually hot, but I do have a lot of girl pictures, inspo for hair and makeup and outfit and things like that is what I mean. So I find Megan Fox so much hotter than the boys in my school. I'm not gonna fap to Megan Fox, but I'm not gonna date the boys in my school. They sucked and they're ugly. But Megan Fox is just hot because she's hot, you know what I mean? And I'm just I'm allowed to say she's attractive without coming off trying to hump everything. It's just bizarre. So I'm not gay like that, you guys, but there are girls who are attractive, and I'm going to say they're attractive, and I think they're pretty, but not in a sexual way at all. Okay. So I've always been this way since I was a child, and prom I went alone, and people would just make these shit up, rumors up that oh, maybe you're just gay, this and that. And they wouldn't say it, but they would just insinuate it, because again, I went to a brown school, and it's just very much, you really can't be that outspoken. Okay. It's just really bad. You can't do it. It was kind of hush hush secret. So mind you, one of my best friends, she was Muslim back in the day, I think grade 9. She wasn't Muslim just in grade 9. What am I saying? I mean, back in the day, my best friend of grade 9, she's Muslim. She is Muslim. And she was talking to this boy, and everyone just thought she's straight, she's a girl, right? But she was bisexual, and she told me that. I was her best friend, and I knew the secret, and I kept it a secret. And fast forward, she told this boy that she was bisexual, and this boy told his girl best friend that, hey, let's call her Amanda, okay? Amanda is actually bisexual. This became the juiciest gossip of the town. because she's Muslim and you're in an Indian school. Like, how can you be gay? And this is like 10 years ago, mind you. So this is a way back in the day. You couldn't be openly gay like that. It was such a different environment. And yeah, they were talking about her, which was so bizarre. And somehow the news came to me and even heard that, like, hey, everyone's discussing this. Is it true? And she has like 5 other siblings who go to the same school. So this was really scary for her. She's like, Anncy, did you tell anybody? I'm like, no, I swear to God, I didn't. She goes and she finds out who told who. And she finds out the boy that she liked ended up telling her secret to another girl. Imagine how she feels. She was miserable, distraught, like sobbing, crying, the whole nine. Me being the bitch bitch, I'm an Aquarius sun, moon rising. I'm going to ruin your life. And I have anger management issues. Good luck. So I remember just being like, holy God, you are so dead. I've said this story before, but it'll connect to the LA story time. So I remember fresh, like senior year, I go find out the girl best friend, her name. I even remember her name, her face, her outfit, everything about her till this day. And she goes to she's like 2 years younger to me. For recess, I go find her. I ask her, why did she do that to my best friend? My best friend was the sweetest, nicest girl. Till this day, we don't talk to each other. I don't know where she is. She kind of, became a part of a cult that I don't think I want to ever get into, but I hope the best for her. She's very sweet. She's also very like gullible and like vulnerable. And I think something happened and she joined a really bad cult again because of that boyfriend that she was talking to for so long. I don't know what the fuck he did to her. Honestly, I miss her a lot. I hope she's happy with what I'm doing. She's always been a funny, great friend to me. I love her to death. But anyway, that's how I lost her. We went our separate ways. I think one of my birthdays during college. It was really sad. But you guys don't know who she is. She's never been in any of my videos. But I think of her quite often, I feel like for sure she's married off. But yeah, she cried to me and told me XYZ. And I remember just finding the girl, meeting up with her and being like, hey, what's up? Like, why are you doing this to my friend? She goes like, what about it? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, I'm just saying the truth. How is that a rumor if it's a truth? I'm like, do you have any empathy? She's literally Muslim. And if you talk about her like that, her parents will literally ship her off and marry her off to another person. Her family, everyone knows of her family and her siblings, very strict household. So like, why would you fucking do this, you incel? And also I feel like every brown girl should have another brown girl's back. Like, how we all have boyfriends back in the day, or we're wearing like slutty outfits. Like, don't go telling the parents, oh, your daughter does this shit. She goes to the mall, she makes out. Like, you got to have other girls' backs. Okay. I went to an all girls school. I've always had my friends' backs and they've always had my backs. And they've even said shit like, I'm going to Anncy's house, and they'll go meet another boy. And if they call me and ask me, is my daughter in your house? I'll say yes. Okay. It's a brown girlhood thing. Brown girlhood. Why does it sound off? But it's like a brown thing. Okay. We're all in this together. Please, like, don't be a dickhead. I hate dickheads. And she just ruined it. I'm like, you're an awful person. Like, I would just not do this to another brown girl. Everyone knows how we operate. We all have the same dads and same narcissistic mothers and like same rules and same curfews. So like, please just be a little bit empathetic, bro. It doesn't hurt that bad to just care for people, And I feel like the girl did have a thing for that boy, and that's why she wanted to ruin Amanda's life. So I asked her, why did she say that to Amanda? Who did she tell? Please go back and, I don't know, return. Just, remix the rumor, say it's somebody else, or just blame it on somebody else, or take away the rumor completely, say that you were lying, you were bored, but please go back to the people that you spread this rumor to and tell them that's a lie. She refused. If I touch her, if I hit her, Dubai is very strict. They literally ban me from the country. I'll be getting the bullying like label on me. Boys in my school for bullying and fighting fully got deported, got kicked out of the school, suspended. They have a zero tolerance policy or whatever the fuck. Like, they really don't give a shit, okay? They will cut you off. And no amount of money or any status that you hold in that city will get you back in the school. And I think oh my God, I'm horrible. I think 2-3 guy friends of mine were expelled. One of my exes got fully kicked out of the country for just being a bully at the school, and no amount of apology will get you in. So I knew that I come from a very low income, situation. If I touch her, I'm literally banned. Like, I wouldn't have no high school education, no bachelor's degree. So I had to literally keep my shit, control. And I just took a croissant that my best friend was eating, and I just like smacked it on her face, and I was shaking and shivering the entire time. I have no balls, like literally, I'm not even kidding. And I think after all of that, I threw the croissant, I walked out, and I remember till this day, that girl like followed me, commented, watches my videos, and apologized when my YouTube shit blew up, and I resolved things with her. It was all good and great. So somehow I'm friends with, not friends, do not get this twisted. I know her, I know of her, and we're good, like, whatever acquaintances, but I don't actually talk to my best friend of that year. Till now, that's so sad. I haven't talked to her in 6-7 years. I have no idea what she's doing, but she's a queen of, like, she's the queen of fake accounts, and I know she's in a fake account, like, following me, watching me, so that makes me happy. At least she's, like, in touch with me.
The video is brought to you by Green Chef. Eating well doesn't have to be boring. Feel your best this fall and satisfy your cravings with adventurous eats made nutritious. Discover eating new flavors with recipes this feature certified organic fruits and vegetables, sustainably sourced seafood, and unique farm-fresh ingredients like tart cherries, truffle zest, and rainbow carrots. I have to say, Green Chef doesn't ever have a boring recipe in their pamphlets. I saved their like little recipes even after they give you like a paper full of all the ingredients, recipes, and how to make them. And they're so beautiful. The images are so stunning. They're so aesthetically pleasing. And they've never once had like repetitive recipes, and they're never boring to make. So I actually saved them with my cookbook so that I can make the recipes in my own time, because you guys know, biggest hobby ever Anncy has is cooking. I cook when I'm happy. I cook when I'm sad. So I absolutely love Green Chef because I'm a single woman living in my house and I love to create cooking content, as you guys know. So with Green Chef, you're reducing your food waste by up to 23% versus grocery shopping, which I absolutely love. Get ahead of the busy season with our convenient step-by-step recipes, including dinners ready in 25 minutes or less, 10-minute lunches, grab-and-go lunches, and green bundles featuring clean snacks and functional beverages. Plus, cut down on meal prep with pre-portioned and prepped ingredients, including pre-measured sauces, spices, and dressings delivered right to your door. So go to greenchef.com/60AnncyPod and use code 60AnncyPod to get 60% off plus free shipping. Again, go to greenchef.com/60AnncyPod and use code 60AnncyPod to get 60% off plus free shipping.
Through my brain, like through the air, like telepathically, we're still connected as best friends, you know, because I love her family, I love her mom's food, I love her brother. Like we were such bonded. Like for Ramadan, we used to like cook food together. I used to fast with her. I used to fast with all my Muslim friends, so I love her. So that's that. So sad. I want to cry now. But we're moving back to a bitchier story in LA. This is my track record of like how I have no tolerance for people who are like homophobic. Like, I'll literally ruin your life. Are you dumb? Only I can be homophobic to my friends. So we're at this West Hollywood club. We're hanging out, and we're supposed to hang out. I'm a little late. On my way in my Uber. Anthony reaches the club before I do. He's waiting outside for me, and he's like, Anncy, can you hurry? And usually he's on a FaceTime call with me, waiting for me to come. I'm in this deep conversation with my Uber driver, so I'm just like, I can't talk to you right now. Like, you know, can we talk another day? I'm in the Uber anyway. I'm going to be in 5 minutes. He's like, okay, cool. So I'm talking to this Uber, and then Ant goes like, Anncy, you have to call me now. Anthony, if you don't know, he's a French YouTuber. You've seen him in my videos or my Instagram. He is gay, and he's wearing a very normal like outfit, shirt, pants. The shirt, I think it's like, you can see through his like nipples or whatever. Like, you know, you can see his body, but it's a man. He has makeup on, and he's always fancy as fuck. Big boots, like hot as hell. Smells great. Hair's fluffy. He looks like Prince Charming from Shrek. He's waiting outside. A bunch of straight boys pass him and just give him the dirtiest fucking look. And one guy cackles, one guy does all that. One guy's mocking him, one guy's like sneezing, I don't know. Anthony freaks out and FaceTime calls me right away. And I answer the phone. I'm like, are you okay? You've never spam called me. He tells me the entire story. And I quickly just start like screen recording it. You can see the screen recording in one of my TikTok videos. It's like a gray tank top that I'm wearing, and I couldn't fucking believe what I was seeing. I was shocked. I screen record the entire thing because I know he would want this, and I would want this so I can attempt murder when he goes to sleep. I can go find where this boy lives and ruin his life. So I started to screen record, and the Uber driver is such a loser. He's taking me like round and round. He's like losing the location. He can't find the club. I don't know what's going on. And somehow I think Anthony was like, Anncy, I'm going to come and get you because I'm so scared. He was like shaking in a weird way. I don't know. And somehow he told the bouncers, the boys and Anthony, and they were all heading up to the same club. We were all going to party. So he goes to the club before the boys reach. And he says, these men, and he points at these straight boys, 3 white guys, were being homophobic to me. Please don't let them in the club. And they actually kicked these boys out. These boys walk outside the club. They're walking away from the club, and Ant is on the call with me, and I couldn't believe I saw that. That was insane. The bouncers were like, fuck off, you're out. LGBTQ rights, baby. This is LA. We don't have zebra crossings, you guys. Those pedestrian crossings, yeah, they're not black and white. Do you know that? They're the LGBTQ flag. They're the LGBTQ flag. It's rainbows on the road. So that's crazy that you would do that. Just go to like Texas, Tennessee to be racist. That's allowed. It's Republican states there. So bizarre. And he's walking away and they all look ugly as hell. 5'2", ugly ass bimbo jackets. And as they're walking away from the club, my Uber is like coming in. So I pass them. I go like, oh my God, Anthony, that's them. Right? Like I just saw them pass. And Anthony was like, no, Anncy, it's not them. Who are you talking about? La la la. But it was them, but he was just lost. I hug him. I ask him if he's okay. He's like, yeah, we're good. We go back to the club, we party, we shake ass. And this became like the story of the town. We're like, oh my God, like, did you see that happen? La la la. It was crazy, you guys. Because Anthony could have been punched. Okay. Those were 3 fucking scary straight men. One was a whimper. One was a 5'2". I know I could take him. Okay. You and I, we both could take him, you guys. We club hop a lot. We club hop a lot in LA. We go to a different club in LA. Guess who's there? There's only 3 good fucking clubs in LA, I'm not gonna lie, to get shit-faced, and we see him in the second club. We go to 3 clubs, and we're in the second club. I am so drunk out of my mind. When I'm drunk, I'm so flirty and seductive, you guys. I go to bounces, and I'm like, hey, you're too stressed to be pretty. No, you're too pretty to be stressed. And I've even heard bouncers go around telling to other people, like, did you hear what she said? That pretty girl just said that I'm too pretty to be stressed. Like, I make their night, okay? I'm a happy drunk. I'm also an angry drunk. We're coming to that story, okay? Hold tight. But I'm flirting with everybody, a lamppost. My mom's texting me. I'd be flirting with my mom because I'm drunk as hell, girl. Go try absinthe, girls. Go open up your phone right now, notes, type absinthe, ABSINTHE, light ice absinthe, maybe some strawberry, like, mixers, and delicious. You'll be so happy. I like to be a happy drunk. I'm not like a angry drunk, but I became angry drunk because I saw the whimper guy with the bimbo jacket who was homophobic to my friend Anthony. I see him in the 3rd club, but I'm so drunk and shit-faced that I looked at him and I thought we were in the same fucking club. I thought we were in the same club, the first club, and I thought that he made his way in there. Like, we're at a balcony and I noticed him by his jacket. He had a brown and white jacket on. If you go watch the live, you'll see what boy I'm talking about. He has a goatee. He looks like the Candle character from Beauty and the Beast. If you know, you know. If you're a Disney adult, you fucking know. And I leave Anthony. I run behind the balcony and I go and I talk to this boy and I'm flirting with him. I'm touching his shoulders. I'm like, hey. Y'all don't know how seductive flirty Anncy gets. Okay, she's asexual on the internet, all right. I'm a whore in real life. Let's not fucking forget. So I'm like flirting with him, you know, touching him, calling him handsome, and then I fucking switch. My BPD fucking comes in, bitch. My second personality. I fully switch and I go like, you know what you did? Earlier today, you couldn't get to that first club. Do you wanna know why? Can you tell me why? Mind you, he didn't see me. He did not see me. He doesn't know who I am because I was in the Uber, you guys. And I saw him from the Uber inside through the window. So he doesn't know who I am. So he's shocked. He's like, how does this hot piece of ass, how hot Daisy bitch know what I did today? And I'm like, you were homophobic to my friend today. Did you see that? Why did you do that? I saw the whole thing happen. And I remember him being like denying it in a way, just like dodging the question and somehow coming clean, being like, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's like, whatever. And he's like making a face, whatever. I tell him, you're really fucking ugly to be talking to me. You're in LA. Get some veneers. Like, fuck, go get veneers. Look at the teeth gap. I can park my Tesla 7 times between your tooth gap. And you have the nerve to be homophobic through that mouth. It's insane to me. I didn't say all that, but I just said you need to get veneers if you talk to me or my friend, or if you're ever going to be homophobic in LA, at least look good. In my opinion, you get to be a bully. You can literally, you know, rob a bank if you're hot. I think if you're hot, you get a pass, okay? So if you can be homophobic, be whatever phobic you want to be in this world, you got to be hot as fuck, you got to have money in your bank, and you have to pay your taxes. If you don't have 3 things done, do not utter a single word. Do not open your mouth. I used to be ugly. I had no money in my bank. I couldn't pay taxes 7 years ago. And that's where you see humble, nice Anncy. I'm hot as fuck right now. Right now in my head, I'm Lana Del Rey. Okay, I'm a Nicki Minaj and Lana Del Rey mix. Did you know those 2 were my Spotify top artists? Like, I'm hot as fuck now. I can talk shit. And y'all would bow down and listen to me as you should. Okay, this is the rat army. And I'm right about this. Like, if you're not good looking, you literally cannot go around calling people ugly. I'm so sorry. How dare you? How are you homophobic? How dare you? And yeah, I just told him, you need to be very pretty in LA to be saying anything to anybody. Don't want to be pretty, then don't be a bully. Don't be homophobic. See ya. And mid talking, this is how you piss a man and get his, you know, hurt his ego. In the middle of him talking, just get up, like as he's talking, fully turn your body and your head and walk away. You don't want to be mean or cuss men out because they can, at the end of the day, be very like, they can just punch you and you can have a black eye. But he was genuinely like my height, you guys. I could see him eye level, so I was a brave bitch. But like, I'm just saying, don't do what I'm just being funny. Okay, it's a podcast, it's a funny story time, but like, please don't go meet men when they're drunk and when you're drunk trying to like scare them, because it can end really bad. But I had backup. I was in LA. I feel safe. I have friends here. I have good connections here at this club. I'm okay. You touch a woman here in LA, you're dead, and you're homophobic. See ya. So I just want to say I could play the cards the right way because I knew I was in the right track. But women do not try doing this. I'm just unhinged, mentally ill. Y'all know. And that happened, and I walked away, and I come to Ant and I'm like, guess what I fucking did? And Ant is like, what? I'm like, listen, that boy came to the club. Somehow the bouncer let him in. And Ant goes like, Anncy, we're at a different club. What are you talking about? You're so drunk. I was so drunk. I don't even remember this. And I only remember this because I told Anthony what happened, and he told me the next day. And I told Anthony, I think when I was drunk at the club, like, oh my God, so I just flirted with your number one enemy. Guess who? And he's like, Anncy, what? I'm like, yeah, the homophobe. Like, I found him in the club. I chased him, followed him down, and I started to flirt with him, pretending to be just a random hot girl with my titties out. But I knew who he was, and Ant couldn't fucking believe I pulled it out of my ass. He was so proud of me. We had a happy moment. We hugged, we kissed. We didn't. I wish I did. I want to kiss you, Anthony. And if you're listening to this, he's not. But that's what happens if you're homophobic to my friend. I'll literally ruin your life. And we went back home, and I think we saw the three kids like walk away. And I was next to Anthony, like holding hands and just like chirpy as hell. By then the alcohol wore off and my liquid courage was done for the night. And I was really embarrassed, and I don't have the balls to I would never do that sober. You wouldn't catch sober Anncy doing that. But yeah, that was so insane, you guys. Somebody once said this. I'd be really acting like I'm a citizen. I'd be acting like I have a citizenship in the US. I don't, bitch. I'm an immigrant. I'm literally on a work visa here. Like, bye. I have a work visa, and my attitude be like, I am a green card holder. I'm not. Like, I literally can be jailed with him. Like, you're homophobic, I'm illegal immigrant. Great. We're both like paired up together. You know what I mean? Like, people here in LA, like, if they don't like you and you do something illegal or like bad, like let's say you have a parking ticket, they literally just call you illegal just because you're an immigrant and give you a fucking jail time. So I will literally be with like the prisoners in LA. I don't know, but I had to play my cards a soft way. That's why I wanted to flirt first, just, you should do this thing called compliment sandwich. So it's compliment, then you insult them, and then you compliment them at the end. So it's like a compliment sandwich, and that's how you hurt men. Trust me, I've tried this with a lot of men, and it humbles them. Like, you have to play with your ego a lot. But I felt like a badass, and I just had this memory that I did the same thing 10 years ago to my other friend. It felt like a good, like, a wholesome moment for me. No, I'm just kidding. This was just me being a drunk, dumb cunt. But yeah. That was my little story time, you guys. Isn't that crazy? I had the most craziest shit that I've done in LA, and I plan to share all of that only when I'm not in LA. So when I'm back in Dubai, tune into my episodes, and I'll like, that's what I like to do. If you can notice that, like, I only tell you Dubai tea when I'm not in Dubai because it's scary. I like to tell you LA tea when I'm in Dubai. So like the people that I talk about can come from my necks. So yeah. Check out Anncy Rantsy podcast and other platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast. And thank you so much for tuning in today's episode. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next year.